Tansley and I'm the lead veterinary surgeon here at Coastal Vets in Snettisham. I've always wanted to be a veterinary surgeon. I've never really wanted to do anything else. I was born and brought up with animals, dogs and cats and sheep and pigs and ducks, you name it really. And I've always worked with animals, either as a vet or beforehand. I was lucky enough to get to go to the Royal Dick School of Veterinary Studies at Edinburgh. I graduated from there in 2004. I've worked in various parts of the country, getting wide ranges of experience, both in small animal and in farm and equine work as well. And we've even worked abroad in New Zealand for a year. In 2007 we made the choice to concentrate on purely small animal work, and in 2009 we decided to start our own practice and set up Coastal Vets here in Snettisham. We started out initially purely as an ambulatory practice. We were visiting people just within their own homes. We do quite a lot of home visits here at Coastal Vets. It's how we originally got started. We have a lot of clients who now rely on our home visit service, be they elderly and not wanting to, not particularly mobile, or just people who might not have a car of their own. Perhaps families with young children who don't want to pack everyone into the car, or indeed our patients who might not necessarily respond very well to the clinic environment, might be much happier being seen at home. And when it does come to, sadly, to the end of an animal's life, then sometimes they're going to be much happier at home than they would necessarily be in a clinic. And it may be much more relaxing for owners and their family to have anything done at home that needs to be done. But we soon needed a real well-established base to operate from. So in 2011 we opened our current surgery here in Snettisham. We've been lucky in that our practice has grown from strength to strength, and now we have multiple vets and multiple nurses here at Snettisham, and we're very lucky in that we've got a very experienced and well-qualified team.
Not just because I love animals, but I do. I really enjoyed teaching people how to look after their animals. I think that we can only get so far in trying to make them better, and to a certain extent you then need to be in a position to teach other people how to look after their animals. I really enjoy making sure they're okay here, and then passing them on and passing on a bit of knowledge and making sure they're okay, and seeing them come back and they're still well and the owners are happy with how they're doing. And
we choose our staff by obviously their level of experience and their qualifications, but also how they react with people as well. We want our staff to get on well with our clients and get on well with our patients. We want people who enjoy being around these people and these animals, as well as having obviously all the necessary qualifications and experience there.
Yeah, the reason why I wanted to become a vet is I always have loved animals. I've always had a fascination with them, and I kind of thought about the different jobs that I could do, and the vet one kept popping up in my mind. So you managed to get the drops into him then?
yeah.
And but I thought it was going to be too depressing, because it's obviously you're around sick animals all day. But when I did actually a few weeks in practice, I realised it was really lovely. And so then I basically dedicated my teenage years to doing all the work experience, getting the grades and everything that I needed to get into vet school. I just had a fascination with how the body worked, and I wanted to learn the ins and outs of it, and I decided that I'd be a vet instead of a doctor because I like animals.
Being a vet really it's the most rewarding career, I think. It's full of variety. There's no 2 days are the same. Even if the procedure you're performing is the same one that you've done countless times, every animal is different. They're all got their own characters, and indeed the owners are all different as well. And so it's really nice to be able to interact with the animals and their owners in a different way each time.
Somebody did bring her in and said they'd found her at the side of the road, so there's a bandage. You're alright, sweetheart. You're alright. See where the break was. She was quite no, probably in the splint for 2 weeks and then re-x-ray and see how she goes. Providing obviously all goes well with the repair, the fracture repair. As long as it heals fine and she's got quality of life and she can walk, she will be coming to live with me and my two. Hey, and she's got a name, I've called her Madge, because she's a bit of a diva. fancy an animal in distress or in pain. We checked her over, and because she was in such good condition, it was a case of, you know, we've got to give her the benefit of the doubt, only having a broken metatarsal.
We've always loved Norfolk. My wife's family always holidayed here, and we love it around here, how nice and open it is, and the fact that you can go to the beach one day but then be in the city the next day.
Everyone always asks you that, why you want to be a vet, and I think most vets have the same answer, that they don't really know why, but it's just something that you've always wanted to do and always seemed right to do. I did come from sort of a farming background. My grandparents were dairy farmers and my dad was a pig farmer, so it was just always around animals, always seemed quite a natural job for me to want to work with animals. And I don't know, I just think animals are really important. I see how important they are in farming, see how important they are to people in their lives and as part of their family. It's just a really nice thing to be a part of, and especially this practice, you really get to know your clients. It's much smaller than some of the big sort of corporate practices that seem to be becoming more popular nowadays, and I like the fact that I have time to get to know my clients, and I know the animals as well.
When we were building Coastal Vets, we really have built it to have an ethos of putting the patient first. We think that if we can look after the animal and indeed look after their owner, then we don't need to worry about anything else. Everything else will take care of itself, really.
We've known Chris and Claire and Coastal Vets for many years, in fact, since they opened in 2009, and before that, because they used to make house calls before they set their practice up. And so we've known them for some time, and they've looked after us tremendously well and our animals. We have 2 dogs and 3 cats, and they treat them as if they're their own and very much part of our family. Our dogs and cats are important to us as anybody else's animals are. And we've admired the way they've looked after them for us. They've been very professional and courteous at all times, and have always gone the extra mile to help us support our animals. And we thank them for that, because it is important.